Halftime continues in Southern California, a closeout game, and can the Lakers wrap it up with a 13-point lead at the break over the Utah Jazz? Welcome back once again. Joel Myers alongside Stu Lance, and a lot to like about what the Lakers did in the first half, especially the defensive end, holding the Jazz to 40%, 43 points. And what about the play of Trevor Ariza?
Well, it all goes with the defense, and that's what the Lakers were lacking last season in the finals, was some of that defense that Trevor Ariza can bring. So when you talk about the way the Lakers played, yes, I'm impressed with the defensive end, but he also had an impact on the offensive end. He was 3 for 3 from the field in the first half, but the defensive play that he made on Deron Williams, that's the play that everybody was talking about at halftime, and they're hoping and praying that they'll see a little bit more of that in the second half. But holding this team to 43 points is the most impressive thing, and allowing only 40% shooting, and that's what they have to continue to work on in the second 24 minutes, and they have to do that by keeping Boozer under check, and if they do that, I think they'll close out the Utah Jazz. As we like to do, we like to find out what the coaching staff thinks about it. We're outside the Lakers locker room with Patrick O'Neal. Pat?
Okay, thanks very much with Lakers assistant coach Frank Hamblin. And, well, this could be our last halftime interview, Frank, as long as you guys do your job in the second half with that 13-point lead. I imagine the start of the third quarter extremely important.
Yeah, we talk to our players about that. It is very important, especially the first 5 minutes. We want to set a tone. We're going to increase the intensity on this team. This is what we want to, the message we want to send to Utah. I thought we played well the first half, the second quarter in particular. We shot the ball well in all three categories, and rebounded basketball also.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. And defensively, and you got those rebounds, killed them on the glass, and doing a great job on Carlos Boozer.
Good job on Boozer. We're letting Karolinko, though, we've got to let him get off a little, so we're going to do a better job of not letting him make open shots on us.
Thanks so much all season long, Frank. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. There's Frank Hamblin, guys. Back to you.
All right, Patrick, and will it be Don Fisher for the Utah Jazz for the second half of play tonight? Well, the first 5, and let's see if the Lakers have the intensity, the focus they had earlier in the game, if they can maintain that, as Frank Hamblin just said. 10 on the shot clock for Derek Fisher. Setting it up for a wide-open Trevor Ariza. And the long rebound for Lamar Odom. Boy, what a heads-up play. Elo always finding his teammates.
Well, when you talk about bigs that can pass, you have to really compliment the Lakers, because whether it's Lamar, Powell, they really get it done on the inside.
Largest lead of the game now for the Lakers is 15. Ronnie Brewer. And it stays out for Pau Gasol. So the Lakers dominated the boards, outshot them, did all the little things, and Frank Hamblin talked about all three categories. It's off the lip of the rim for Kobe on a almost behind the glass kind of shot.
Almost. He was behind the glass.
Deron Williams and Millsap underneath. Or make it Brewer. Boozer goes to the free throw line on the foul. So Carlos Boozer couldn't do it from the field, 1 for 5 of the first half.
Well, Boozer's one of those players that you just have to know. When he's inside, he's going to finish with his left hand. So don't stay on his right shoulder. Try to lean toward that left side and make a play. As he gets fouled, he'll go to the line and see if he can add to his point total, which is rather low for him.
Well, he mentioned Pau Gasol and Trevor Ariza, the only 2 Lakers with a couple of fouls in the first half, and now very early. Only a minute gone by, Pau has a third to start the third. Boozer, he brings it way back like a slingshot. Had an air ball that they let play on, but it was short by almost a foot. Had one other attempt in the 2 games in Utah that grazed the front of the rim. So you better be ready when he shoots it. 58-44. That was going to be long and a good box out, but Gasol didn't control it, even though he backed out Okur. Karolinko. And this time, Pau goes up with some authority.
That's the key. Jump to get the rebound. Don't just assume because you're 7 foot that you're going to get it, because the guy you're playing against is 7 foot.
Now Kobe up against the longer Karolinko. He wanted to go to Gasol, and Gasol tied up, held up. Boozer's got the foul. Kobe saw him early.
Yeah, and did the right pivot. Pivoted not toward the middle of the floor, but toward the baseline. That's what freed him up to make that bounce pass. So Powell will go to the charity stripe and see if he can convert 2.
Gasol with 8 and 6. And make it 8 and 5 at the first half. Just got that rebound at the other end. But filling up the box, just like Trevor Ariza and Lamar Odom.
Well, in the first 2 games here at Staples Center, the front court of the Lakers really did a job,
right,
numbers-wise, against the Jazz. So that's not unusual to see them all 3 again in good shape.
Real short by Gasol. And now Lamar Odom with Ariza teeing it up. Trevor's got it this time. And the Lakers expand the lead early to 18, 62-44.
Now this is where you got to tighten the screws. Well, you got to try to blow this one wide open.
Top of the first 5 of the third. Put him away. Okoro stepping back.
Top push?
Yeah. Carlos Boozer, and they'll call the foul on the Lakers. Kobe.
He's calling the foul on Trevor, and Boozer
pushed Kobe into almost a bend-over position. Third foul on Ariza.
You gotta love it. As Booze pushing him with, and they call Trev with the hold. So which happened first, the hold on Trevor or the push on Booze? Obviously, they said the hold on Trevor.
Lamar Odom blocks it away. Blocks the Kirilenko try next to the rim. So the Lakers out of the blocks very quickly here in the third. It continues, and down to 36% shooting from 40% at the break.
But why is the shot clock at 24?
Right. Never touched the rim. Home court advantage. Phil Jackson wants to know the same thing. So let's see what they put up on the clock. The 21. And it came after the foul, don't forget, a miss, and then the foul that they called on Ariza. So almost 2 minutes gone by in the third. The Lakers would have the remainder of the week. The second round, the conference semis, would start here over the weekend. And Brewer stayed with the play. He showed some strong hands there because Kobe was trying to take it away behind.
You see Boozer push Powell off the floor?
It's a natural habit.
Pushed him off the floor. Yeah. If you can get away with it, more power to you.
And that's what Pau Gasol was just talking about with Steve Javie. Now Lamar losing him on the crossover. Crawls it home over the lip of the rim.
Second time he's changed directions on Boozer, and he scored on both of them.
18 points, 9 rebounds for Lamar Odom. What a difference maker. Once again tonight, Elo has been as he was in game 4. Kobe read the pass, took it away from Brewer. Lakers have the floor spread. Bounce wasn't available. Now the clear out. Gasol up against Okoro. Not exactly a clean catch for Trevor Ariza. Lamar, real short. And Okoro will clear it out. But the Lakers have done a good job. How about 7 for 15 from beyond the arc? In tight quarters. Trevor Ariza comes away with it after the mistake by Williams. No look for Gasol. Back to Kobe. And it'll be a foul before the shot.
A nice pass by Powell, but when you're on the wing and you catch the ball in stride, ride that bad boy up and try to bring the basket down. It all started with turnovers again as the Lakers have really congested the painted area, making it difficult for dribble penetration. Powell with the pass. Kobe gets fouled. He'll go to the line and see if he can add to an 18-point advantage.
He's got 16 points. 5 of those 16 coming to the free throw line. Make it 6 of 17. He is 6 of 6 at the stripe. Lakers much better at the line tonight. 86%. A lot better. So up to 19 for the Lakers. It's 13 at the break. Trying to just take some time off before the Western Conference semis. They get the roll. Boozer's got the board. So his first miss at the stripe. Third for the Lakers as a group. Kobe staying around. Kirilenko. Williams on the run out. Bad pass. Boozer will get it. Boozer gets the fall away. Brewer threw a pass inside. They didn't know it was coming. Lamar Odom deflected it.
Again, the Lakers made them work their offense a little bit longer. That's what one of the keys is.
Kobe lost the handle under pressure, and it goes the other way. That's the first turnover of the second half for the Lakers. Their 10th for the game.
I like the idea, though. A little bit of a backdoor situation. Kobe got a little bump, but couldn't hold on to the ball.
So it was as high as 19. Now it's 17. We talk about putting teams away. That instinct that the staff is looking for, especially this early in the postseason. Ariza. He didn't think he had the contact. But that now for Trevor Ariza is his 4th. Now the Lakers need to sub.
And they will.
Sasha's going to be checking in. Gasol's got 3. You've got Bynum backing him up if need be, if he gets his 4th. But still, we're only about 4 minutes into the third. So that's a blow for the Lakers. One of the most effective in the first half has to sit down. And Trevor heads over there with 11 points, 6 boards, and 4 assists. What sure looked like he had jumped that route cleanly. Of course, couldn't ask for a better look. And Lamar Odom. Double-double, 18 and 10 early with 4 assists. Kyle's always thinking pass, isn't he? Lamar shoved by Boozer. He uses the hands, doesn't he? Either end of the floor. Two-hander by Boozer.
Again, Powell catching it, catches it under control, jump stop. So he's actually in that situation. When you come to that jump, you can use either foot as your pivot foot. So he waits, then finds Lamar, and Boozer just reaches out, says, let me see you shoot 2.
So second trip to the free throw line for Lamar. Successful the first time, 2 for 2. Can't say enough about the Lakers baseline. That was not looking good out of his hand, was it?
Nice thing, he had some nice rotation on it.
Look at the smile. So Lamar up to 19 and 10. He was the key last game. 15 rebounds for Lamar.
No, he can be the key every game. But he's such a nightmare for the opposition.
Right, matchup purposes. Try. Just try. Because he has so many weapons. Now that he's hitting the shot, using his legs from the outside, makes him a threat that you have to stay there. You close, he can go around you. Gasol popping it away. Now deep in the shot clock for Darren Williams. Take away Kobe. On the run. And they'll call the charge. Brewer got into position. For Kobe, it is his second foul.
Kobe knows that was a good call.
Yep, he's just headed the other way. And there won't be points off the turnover. Ronnie Brewer, now 4 for 7. He's got 8, so a good shooting percentage, even though he's not one of their choices. And that'll take us to a timeout with the Lakers comfortably in front by 19, but a lot of time.
Yeah, Phil Jackson has some things that he wants to say to his team. Even though they're up by 19, he's not completely happy, but that doesn't surprise anybody that knows coaches. Lakers will be having a big lead. When we return, we'll look at 2 coaches, Jerry Sloan and Phil Jackson, both Hall of Famers.
Lakers have just matched their largest lead of the game. They're up by 19. And welcome back to Staples Center. Joel Myers, along with Stu Lance, Patrick O'Neal. Man, these guys have gone at it just a few times. I talked about it very early tonight. The 2 that are in the Hall of Fame, and Phil's already there. Jerry's going this summer. Have been in the finals together a couple of times back in the late 90s. Michael Jordan had something to say about both those for Phil Jackson. 6 there. 3 with the Lakers. Jerry's still in search of his first. He's got a great point guard, but it may take a lot of retooling now for the Utah Jazz. But 2 guys that have gone at it, and both have big Chicago connections, don't forget. Phil Jackson winning those 6 championships with the Bulls, and Jerry Sloan, one of the best guards in Chicago Bulls history. 2 guys that we really like talking basketball about them. Now, Kobe and the Lakers out of the break with a 19-point lead. Sasha in there. Ariza had to sit down. Sasha, right now after that, missed 2 for 7. He had a couple of triples in the first half. So the Lakers by 19. And can they put it away before the 4th even begins? That discouraged him completely from any thoughts of a comeback. Kirilenko getting into the paint. 67-50. He's up to 14. And he's the only member of the Utah Jazz in double figures.
As long as they can keep Boozer in check, I think they'll be in good shape.
That was solid. So close to the basket. Real strong. Going to Okoro. You mentioned Boozer 2 for 6. He's only got 7 points. Deep in the clock, Okoro inside the arc. Never get to the rim, but it did. And Brewer read it well. He tracked it down. Second chance opportunity now. And Kobe got over, denying Okoro. Is it thrown away? No, he'll save it on the sideline. Nice balancing act. Fish thought about it. A lot of time on the clock. And Gasol, a little step back. He'll get the roll. Lakers by 19 as Powell is in double figures with 11 and 7.
And the Lakers during that timeout, you look up and see that scoreboard. That's when you sometimes take that sigh of relief. You got to forget the scoreboard. Just keep playing as if you're tied or down a couple.
Yeah, don't lose the edge. Williams free and gets the triple. Wide open, down to 16. 69-53 Lakers. So Williams up to 12 with 6 assists in 25 minutes. And holds Derek Fisher trying to get through the pick of Pau Gasol. Third on Williams.
And you can see Okoro, that last basket attempt that Kobe made him alter, he didn't leave the floor. I mean, you could have gotten the LA phone book under his feet, but
you just brought
not the Utah phone book.
I like the point you brought up, though. When you look at the scoreboard and you've got 2.5, 3 minutes during the timeout, you don't want to lose it, but that edge that you had. Now Kobe tried to get it to Gasol. Lamar kept it alive, but it's a turnover just the same. And Williams will clear it away. No balance on the floor, but they'll get it inside to Carlos Boozer. Gasol comes away with it. A nightmare so far for Boozer. Fish was under him, but still, he's got to get that one. Kobe step through, off the glass. 71-53, creative, wasn't it?
A little jump hook by Kobe. That's nice.
Williams, a lot of dribbling, wanted to answer back. Tough one for Sasha. And he almost took it away from Kirilenko. And Williams shoots 2.
Okay, now, if I'm Derek Fisher, I'd go over to Steve Javi and say, Steve, where did you want me to go on that play? I mean, seriously, he runs into me. Where do I go? And he says, well, do what Kobe does. Go somewhere. Just do something else. Just don't do that. That's a nice little play by Kobe. Off the glass, over Millsap. Oh, nice.
It was not a bad challenge, as we saw on the slow-mo. Millsap almost got there in time. Williams, the first of 2.
One of the few times I've seen Kobe use that particular shot, but he's got every shot in the arsenal there, so it doesn't surprise me that he'll look to dig deep into his bag of tricks.
Real good balance again for the Lakers tonight. They're starting 5-4 in double figures. Both free throws by Williams. Flat, but go home. And it's down to 16. 71-55, the Lakers lead. Now how do they close the final 4.5? For 7.5, pretty strong. Lamar Odom on the box against the smaller Millsap. And it'll be Boozer with a good box out position. Kirilenko, real short. Leaking out is Kobe. He's tripped up by Javi. He'll save it, though. Nobody stops him. Do you believe it? Kobe, 73-55, all tangled up with Steve Javi.
Talk about recovery speed. My goodness, Kobe. Steve Javi says, whoa, I'm glad he scored because I didn't want to take the abuse of that probation that's going to come afterwards.
Foul on Millsap. Or no, it'll be Fish on the clear, trying to get around Millsap. And all of a sudden, Fish gets his third.
What a play by Kobe, though. I mean, in transition, has a breakaway and trips over Steve Javi, but does it deter him? Not at all. And then he challenges 2 players. Lays it up. Lays it in. This guy is unbelievable. I mean, and it looks good in X mode too. Just go ahead up, Cole. What are you going to do with it? Come on.
Millsap misses the first. I think he was really surprised, though, that nobody came over to get him. They stayed right next to the rim, and he figured, well, you're going to let me march there.
I think they felt he was going to somehow go out of bounds, lose his balance, and his momentum take him out of bounds. But what an athletic play.
Coming off a 38-point game. He's got 21 already, inside of 4 minutes left. It's still a 17-point Laker lead as Fish sits down with his third. Shannon Brown in for the first time in the second half. Sasha.
If you dribble up there, you better ask for help.
You got it from Pau Gasol. Goes away from the pick. Sasha on the reverse. Gasol tried to tap it. I like the idea. Got to curl it.
Another one of those $1 million moves that get the finishes.
Boozer, show and a go as he used Kirilenko as the decoy. So Carlos Boozer with 9. He's only taken 8 shots, made 3. 9 and 8 rebounds. 15-point Laker lead. So the closest the Jazz have been over the last 4 or 5 minutes. 8 in the
shot clock. Deep three. Got it!
How deep?
Man, oh man. 76-58. Not too deep in the water for him.
Nothing's too deep in the water for him.
18-point Laker lead. Kobe up to 24. Brewer got Kobe out of position. Now in the paint. Does he throw it away? Yes. Sasha will save it. Behind his back for Kobe. The dunk by Gasol. How about that pass? 20-point Laker lead, and they love it at Staples. Taken away by Shannon Brown on a run out with Lamar Odom. The lob, and Lamar will get the tap on the finish.
Jerry, I think you need a TO.
It's getting away.
Just a
80-58 Lakers, their biggest lead of the night.
Just a thought.
No move from the bench. They're on their feet as one at Staples Center. Boozer, Kobe gambled, and it'll be a foul on Lamar Odom. They're loving it right now.
Wow, what a sequence there. The crowd on their feet. Everybody high-fiving. They love it at Staples Center. With 2 minutes and 2 to go, they lead 80-58. Kobe got it started. Deep. Yeah, I see you. Woo! But when we come back, Patrick O'Neal will be talking about somebody who knows something about winning championships. Magic Johnson.
Lakers D continues to be a big part of it all tonight. In fact, Utah just 10 for their last 35, 29%. Well, Laker fans log on to foxsports.com or lakers.com and watch Lakers ISOCAM, where you can watch an exclusive isolation camera feed of your favorite players. Be sure to vote on the players you'd like to see. Keyword there is ISOCAM. So the Lakers, with their biggest lead of the game, 2:02 to play, they're up by 22. And let's head downstairs to a guy who knows a little something about winning time, Patrick O'Neal.
Yeah, Joel, he's an authority on winning, and it's Earvin Magic Johnson. Everybody has their favorite Laker. If you're my age, this is the guy right here. Magic, always great to see you. Now, I think Kobe Bryant's bounce-back game after Game 3 when he shot so poorly was really important, not only for him, but for the team to believe that they can win. I think it's carried over to tonight.
Yeah, you know, when you think about Game 3 and then you think about Game 4, he really said, you know what, I'm going to show my teammates I'm ready to play. I'm going to show the Utah Jazz team that I'm going to carry the Lakers on my back. And then when he's aggressive like that and he's playing well, it's contagious. The other guys feed off of that. And then also, too, what I was really impressed with was the Laker defense, because for them to win, let's just say the championship, they have to be consistent on the defensive end. The offense will take care of itself. Even when we had a bad shooting night, we were right there to win that game in Game 3. That did not happen, but that shows you the mindset of the Lakers have to be defensive-minded. We have, you know, the Lakers have so many different scores. Even when the starters sometimes don't play well, at least the bench play well.
I know you're keeping your eye on all of the playoff series. Cleveland took care of Detroit. That was a sweep. It would be great for everybody if it was LeBron versus Kobe and the Lakers. Still some work to be done, but that would be quite a matchup.
Oh, no question about it, because they're the best team in the East. We're the best team in the West. There's a lot of basketball, playoff basketball still to be played. But at the same time, that's a dream matchup for everybody. But again, they have to take care of business. Now, if we continue to play like this and then we get a Houston or a Portland, we got a tough matchup in the second round. And so will they. You know, Atlanta is athletic. Miami has Dwayne Wade. So both teams have still got to take care of their business before they can look forward to a matchup in June in the championship. So I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, because one thing about this team, the Lakers, we slip back sometimes. So the Lakers can afford to look ahead, because when we do that, we don't play our game. And right now, tonight, the Lakers are on top of their game, both on the offensive end and defensive end. And this is the way they have to play. Concentrated basketball for 48 minutes. And I'm impressed with them. I really am. I was really looking forward to seeing how they were going to come out and play.
Well, hopefully this will be the year. Always appreciate your time. Thanks so much, Matt.
I appreciate that.
All right, guys, back to you.
Final 27 seconds. Thank you, Patrick. When Magic refers to slipping back a little bit, I think he's talking about blown leads.
Yeah, there have been a few occasions where they've seen some leads slip away.
Final 6 on the shot clock. Ronnie Price with the last 2 baskets. And will they do 3 straight? No. Pau Gasol with the rebound. Final shot coming up for the Lakers, and they got to hustle. Shannon Brown picking it up in time. Will it go? Everything else has tonight. Lakers extend their 13-point halftime advantage, and they go to the break leading by 19.
Wow, you know, look at that shot by Shannon Brown to end the quarter. You think, wow, is that going to go? And then he actually had a chance. That's one of those heartbreakers as it just rattled around. Not enough arc on it. That would have been a three-pointer to end the third. We'll head to the fourth with their Lakers up 82-63 after a barrage late in that quarter opened the game wide up. Lakers lead by 19, and you can see how they've dominated after the first quarter on the scoreboard. And Lamar Odom, he's our Jaguar performer because he has really got it done, whether it's on the offensive end, which he's been very good. He's been very good on the defensive end, and he's been doing other little things that a lot of times don't show up in the stat sheet. Obviously, rebounding and scoring always shows up. But the little things that he does really makes things possible for this team to be the team that they are. Check out the new R Performance vehicles at your local Jaguar dealer or on JaguarUSA.com.
Lakers start Andrew Bynum on the floor to begin the fourth. As Korver turning into Sasha. Those two have had some fun in this series. Millsap fouled, and he's going to the line looking for the three-point play. So late close getting over on that side by Andrew Bynum. And at one point in the series, Andrew had more fouls than rebounds. The first 3 games, 12 fouls, 9 rebounds. Now let's see if the first few minutes he can pick it up here in the fourth.
Well, we talk about always the first 5 minutes of the third being very, very crucial. But also, when you go to your bench and you have a lead, it's the first 5 minutes of any quarter because you know they're going to try to make a run. You have to answer their runs.
So Kobe stays out there with 4 reserves. Extra pass, Shannon Brown. And Sasha got it over Brewer. Somehow, some way. Kobe on the 3. 85-66. That
one was deeper than the other one.
27 for Kobe on 9 of 16. Brewer popping up. And Josh Bob with a good position. Shoved by Okoro from behind. The Lakers will take it first 45 seconds of the fourth. And you can essentially break it down into 3-minute increments here. If you sprint away and go up by 25-28 in the first 3, they'll know it's over.
This shot by Kobe, look how far behind the three-point line he is. And it's no problem. I mean, he just sets his feet, lets it fly. You think another one's going to come here?
In a similar position, Andrew Bynum in the neighborhood. Trying to close, little fall away, used only one hand, and Bynum kept it away from Okoro, who touched it last. He just challenged from behind. It was enough.
And with Andrew's length, he should be able to challenge a lot from that position without picking up the fouls as he did there. That was a nice play. Give the Lakers another possession.
Fresh shot clock for the Lakers. Kobe says, I don't need it. Long rebound. Sasha with Bynum's on. Shannon Brown looked at the clock like it was all the way down. It was a new clock as he goes with the foul line jumper.
Well, he's had some bad luck on his shots, though. A couple of them just somehow found their way back out of the basket.
And coming off a real good game, the bench was exceptional. Game 4, one of the reasons the Lakers won is Andrew Bynum. Back his man Millsap all the way out of bounds, like that. But the bench tonight, 2 for 9 for Sasha, 0 for 4 for Brown. Sasha's got the only 2 buckets for the bench. And Kobe held up by Ronnie Price. Second team foul. 10:20 to play and 10:20 away from round number 2.
And Phil Jackson is looking at the scoreboard, I believe, and the clock, at 10:20 to go in the fourth. Probably saying, if they can just maintain, and I give Kobe another minute or 2 before I put him on the sideline. And if you feel you're hoping it's for the last time, he's not going to put him back in the game. Brewer had Kobe early in the series. Started the game tonight, it was Kirilenko.
Kobe tied up on the double, and Korver was right on top of the basketball, going the distance.
Ooh, Korver dunked. I didn't know Korver could dunk.
85-68.
Did you know that?
In the open floor. Kobe, response, and a foul. Got a feeling he really wanted the ball that time.
Well, anytime you take it away from him, you know the next time he touches it, look out, because he's going to go to work. Korver does a good job of coming over and getting the ball and then going down and saying, "Stu, you didn't think I could dunk? You thought I was a three-point shooter? Huh, I got more game than that."
18-point Laker lead. Well, Fox Sports West now on Twitter. Follow us all at twitter.com/Fox Sports West. And receive breaking news, all the updates on your favorite teams, the Dodgers, the Angels, there's the Lakers as they continue through the postseason, and they will. Less than 10 to play. Kobe has 29 points, averaging a little more than 26, almost 27 over the first 4 of this series. And will those two be coming back into the game? Boozer and Darren Williams.
I would doubt it unless they make a little brief run here.
Brewer was waiting. And on top of the basketball was Sasha. Well
a block shot
on his way down. Well timed.
First block shot of his career.
And Kobe the size advantage. Face-up game with Josh Powell. Don't have to worry. He not only makes them with his right hand, but as we both saw, he makes long ones with his left hand. Price all the way to the cup.
Yeah, see, getting a little careless there. You can't just now look to have a playground game. You got to stick with the game plan, and that's playing good defense.
Andrew Bynum right back at him. Andrew will give the Lakers a second chance. On the deflection, Brown on the reverse. Back to 21-91-70. So Shannon Brown gets his first bucket, attacking the basket. Korver off the deck. They run a lot of screens, don't they? Just a few. 91-73. Can't relax. And that's why Kobe's still out there with the second unit.
Can't relax in the NBA.
Kobe denied. Ball popped free. Right to Andrew Bynum. And on the reach, Okor got him. Free throws coming up when we come back for Drew.
Well, we got a timeout, 8:33 to go here in the in the fourth quarter. I'll give you that. I won't say the ball game. I've seen stranger things happen. Not going to happen tonight as the Lakers lead it 91-73. And I've seen everything now. Sasha with a block shot. Where will it ever end?
They are on their feet with good reason. We'll explain that in just a moment at Staples Center. 18-point Laker lead with 8.5 left. Laker fans, log on to foxsports.com or lakers.com and watch the Lakers ISOCam, where you can watch an exclusive isolation camera feed of your favorite Lakers. Be sure to vote on the players that you'd like to see, and that keyword is ISOCam. Talked about everybody out at Staples tonight. Jonah Hill, favorite, Flea, Anthony Kiedis. Great actor. Dustin Hoffman. I'll share it. Pass it. Jack Nicholson. So Andrew Bynum out of the break. Fouled by Okor. Andrew going to the line for the first time tonight. Good stroke. And they just honored Lawrence Tanner talking about a former Laker rookie. And we mentioned it a couple of nights ago, our buddy Hot Rod Hundley. And it looks like it's going to be his final game. It's an unbelievable career.
Yeah, very, very good career. 35 years for Hot Rod, and started his broadcasting career, I believe, with the Lakers, working with the legendary great one, Chick Hearn.
1967. They worked with Chick. Millsap got Bynum out of position, and Drew really doesn't need to leave the ground against him, does he?
No. When you have that kind of a size advantage, you just wait until the ball is just about ready to be out of his hand, then you go. But it's easier said than done. Head fakes, they've been there for a long time. Millsap struggling with the first of two. He's been like that every trip he's gone to the line. He's made half of his free throws, 3 out of 6. He misses the first of 2.
Now, I like the fact that Drew has 5 rebounds in 10 minutes, because regardless of whether it's Houston with Yao Ming or Oden and Brisbilla with the Portland Trailblazers, Drew is going to be needed. Bynum's going to be a factor in the next round.
And this is where they should be going inside to him and let him start to get something going again. He was playing decently at the end of the regular season.
He asked for it, you got it. He's a little bit short. Pulled down by Kyle Korver. 93-74. Lakers still by 19. 8 to play. Game 5 of this first round series. A closeout game where the Lakers have been 14 of their last 16 in that situation. Millsap, pretty nifty move against Bynum. 93-76. Millsap, a restricted free agent. He's due for a hefty raise by the Utah Jazz. Sasha, space, Kobe's got it. It's not been a good shooting night for Sasha. 2 for 10.
See, because the defense is slacked off, you see what the lead is doing now.
Right.
They're just allowing easy baskets now. They got that 21-point lead or so, and then they decided to take a side relief. You just can't do that in the NBA.
It's off Shannon Brown. Turnover going the other way, so quickly down to 15. Yeah, what's it going to be after the 14th giveaway by the Lakers? 14 turnovers, only 10 for the Utah Jazz. And the Jazz up to 43% now. The Lakers down to a little over 44% shooting. Ronnie Price popping up. One rebound. Josh Powell out of bounds in a collision with Brewer.
Yeah, I believe before he got to the ball, just as he was touching it, his right foot was on the baseline.
So second chance now for the Utah Jazz. This all coming, don't forget, with Boozer and Darren Williams still over on the bench.
And that's because the Lakers have relaxed.
Millsap. Korver kept it alive. The Lakers caught ball watching. And an easy deuce for Millsap on the run. New game, 7-0 run, 93-80. And it's been a dilemma for Phil Jackson and the staff. Why these big leads disappear. Well, Lamar Odom and Pau Gasol on the bench for the Lakers at the same time. I mentioned Williams and Boozer over there for the Jazz. Shot clock on Kobe, all the way down and on a crossover. Taken away again. Ronnie Brewer this time. Korver in the corner. And a foul by Sasha. Lakers' third team foul. Comes with 6:15 to play.
The most dangerous dribble in basketball, obviously, is the crossover. If you get too close to the defender, you're going to give it up. And you have to know that spacing as to when you're going to do the crossover. So that forces Phil Jackson to go to his bench and bring Trevor, Lamar, and Powell back in the game.
Kobe sits down along with Josh Powell and Andrew Bynum. With potential for more points off the turnover. Millsap. And he got space. He had Pau Gasol on his heels. Down to 11, the closest they have been in the second half. Because remember, the Lakers led by 13 at the break. And then extended it very early in the third. So who's it going to be now for the Lakers? The catalyst of the offensive end. Kobe's on the bench. Pau Gasol knocked away by Okur. 8 left on the shot clock. And a timeout when we come back. We'll see what the Lakers do.
Well, the timeout comes at the right time for the Lakers. They need to sit down and get a little bit of verbiage from their coach, because they have really taken their foot off the gas, and now it's going to be a situation where do they have enough to put it back where they had it as they lead 93-82.
Welcome back as we continue with Game 5. Lakers trying to close it out with 5:49 to play. And very similar to what we saw for the first 4 games of this series, leads that have been shrinking for the Lakers. 22 at the half in Game 1, down to 9. They won by 13. It was up to 20. All the way down to 3 with 3 to play. Eventually won that. Didn't get so lucky in Game 3, otherwise it would have been a sweep. 13-point lead at Utah, and then led by 24 before finally deciding it by 14. So now the Lakers leading by as many as 20, and that was at 8.5 left. 3 minutes gone. Now a 9-0 run.
This is a crucial possession for the Lakers to try to break a little bit of momentum.
Pau Gasol challenged real strong over just the 7-footer coming out. Hamid Okur not like he was going to block the shot.
And the Lakers, they're just too nice. You know, they get a team on life support. Instead of pulling the plug, they give them mouth-to-mouth.
Millsap inside. He's a smaller guy than Lamar Odom, but the maneuverability of Millsap, 9. 5.25 left. It's an 11-0 run. Can they afford to leave Kobe on the bench much longer?
Well, again, that last possession I thought was crucial. This one,
Ronnie Price took it away from Sasha, who picked up the foul. And that's the last foul to give for the Lakers.
And since Ronnie Price came into the game, it has changed the Jazz around. He had that chip dunk as soon as he came in, and it really helped inspire them some. Now Kobe and Derek both have to come back into the lineup. So the Lakers, with 5:12 to play, lead by 9. They bring their entire starting lineup onto the floor.
And as good as the bench was, and we gave them their props last game, they're only 4 for 20 tonight. They have not been able to hit good looks tonight. So Ronnie Price runs the offense with Williams over on the bench. 5 to play. On the run out. Corbin. The three. And Brewer cleans up. He had locked up Pau Gasol 13 straight, 93-86. And all of a sudden, anybody's game at Staples Center, unfortunately.
It's like, have you seen this team play before? You knew something could happen, and it has.
Kobe up against Brewer. No double yet. On the fall away. On his way down. How big was that? 95-86. Kobe comes through. He's got 31.
You know, because in my mind, Jerry Sloan had almost decided to, let his bench go ahead and play in the last game, basically. But they played such a critical role here.
Finch coming over to help out. Inside, can Brewer save it? He will. Travel. Okor. Price wide open for three. Not close. Lamar Odom had it batted away by Brewer. We got a running start. Second chance opportunity. Okor on the arm. Inside of 4 to play in a 9-point affair. Price trying to create. Not a bad guy to go to. Forward. Down to 6. 95-89 with their key starters on the bench. Darren Williams and Carlos Boozer. Pau Gasol should swing to the strong side. Got plenty of time on the shot clock. Korver shading. Going to be Ariza for 3. Long rebound. Okor saves it to the baseline. It was a 22-point lead. That was the largest. When this run started, it was 20 with 8.5 to play.
Now Jerry Sloan can afford to put his starters back on. Kirilenko, Boozer, and Darren Williams for the final 3:15 because it's a game. (95-89), 3:15 to play. Lakers once led by 22. Well, the Jazz did not quit. Millsap making things happen. 14 points here in the fourth quarter. Ronnie Brewer, offensive rebound. He's hammering home some, and then their shooter, Kyle Korver, drains a 3 and has brought him back to within 6.
Millsap has been the catalyst, though. He's got 14 of his 16 here in the fourth. They've outscored the Lakers in the fourth, 26-13. Darren Williams back on the floor. It was almost thrown away. He saved it on the sideline. Now, deep into the clock, Okor to it. It'll be short. Lakers don't corral it. Kobe and Lamar let it go. Fish on the deflection. Second chance. And the points in the paint have also killed the Lakers. They're a +10. Now they're down by 2. It was 38-28 points in the paint. It is now 40-38 Utah. That's how they've been able to get to the cup here in the fourth. 5 of the shot clock for Ronnie Price. Fish held his ground. It's an air ball. Quite a collision for no whistle.
Wow.
I mean, that was serious.
Yeah. Way too much contact for no call.
Now the final 2:25. Big stop for the Lakers. Twice they had to do it. After the offensive board. Kobe deep in the clock. Takes the Gasol pick. On his weak side, the follower on the baseline. Lamar kept it alive. Now they're going to run out of 3-on-1. It'll be Williams blowing it. And Ariza gets it. Was he too far into the basket? A foul on Ronnie Price. Was he too deep when he tried to flip it up? Man, what a break.
And that's an enormous break for the Lakers. And now free throws for Trevor Ariza. Just over 2 minutes to play. 2:04. The Lakers are just hanging on by a thread. They're up by 6 as in transition. Just a little too far, a little bit too much momentum and got himself too far under the basket, did Darren Williams. You can see how when momentum shifts,
Tough to
it
get it.
starts to affect every area of your game, whether it's the defense or the offense. There, Trevor misses the first of 2, so you can see how all of the momentum is still with the Utah Jazz.
And Trevor Ariza sat down with 8 minutes left in the third with his 4th foul. He sat there for a long time into the 4th quarter. He gets 1 of 2. Lakers by 7, 96-89. Who would have believed this kind of finish? 2 minutes to play. Kobe on Darren Williams with help from Pau Gasol. 3-point shooters out there. Price is trying to get it inside, though. Millsap caught in the air. The shot clock, and they're using a lot of it. Oh, cool. Would it be a jump? No, Millsap pulled it away from Gasol. On the dive, Price pulled it. Didn't roll it home. Lakers need to use the clock. Instead, Lamar from this, and the foul. Told you they needed to use the clock by 9.
Well, in transition, you got to score there, and that was a good decision by Derek Fisher. They had the number, they had Lamar streaking, and he gets the hoop and one, but the Lakers dodged another couple of cannons on the other end as the Jazz had opportunities. Foul or no foul, they didn't come up with it, and now Lamar with a 3-point opportunity to put the lead back to 10 with a minute and a half to play.
92 seconds to play. He's got 24 and 13, and it stays that way. So Darren Williams surveying the situation. They've got to pick it up. Time on the Lakers side. Great out by the Lakers now. Millsap go all the way to the hole, and another blown layup. But Price took it away. Lamar defended it. Now get it across the line. No, he doesn't. But it will squirt free. And out of bounds to the Lakers. They're living right with 69 seconds left, I'll tell you that.
I just don't believe the sequences that I've seen. Technical foul on Jerry Sloan, he's out. He just got tossed.
You're not surprised?
No, not really. But number one, Mr. Jaffe doesn't take too much verbiage from the sidelines or from the players. And I'm wondering if he had some legitimate gripes, because there was a lot of contact on a few plays for the Jazz with no whistle at all.
Derek Fisher shoots the technical.
I mean, Millsap going to the basket. This one he just blows. This one was just a blown layup there.
Yeah, but that could have been a loose ball
on Price.
Right,
yes.
without it, he came through Lamar's arms. Now, they probably let him play after the loose ball foul wasn't called.
And then Lamar got a little careless, had it taken away from behind.
Jazz are not going to foul, surprisingly. Ariza, Gasol will be fouled, and that should do it. There's 62 seconds remaining. Pau Gasol going to the free throw line of the foul by Mehmet Okur.
Well, you got all the players harping at the officials right now. You know, I don't know how they do it, how they maintain their control without tossing everybody out of the game.
Pau Gasol shoots two. And the Lakers got to clean that up. They started very well at the line. That's a miss by Pau. That's his second miss with the strike.
Well, they're at 77%.
Which is their season average.
So you are what you are.
1 or 2, and it should be enough. Insurmountable, 100-89.
Well, just, you know, again, don't give them 3-point opportunities from behind the arc.
Williams, they weren't going to foul him. He can go to the basket. You don't want any fouls. Gasol gets one there, though, and stops the clock with Okur going to the free throw line.
Again, not a 3-point play, though, so less than a minute to play, 54 seconds to be exact. Jazz, Mehmet Okur will go to the line to shoot 2, and Okur 1 out of 2 from that distance. Total of 6 points for their starting center.
And Stu, this is going to be our final game on this incredible season and this incredible run. And I want to thank everybody with our Fox Sports Net and our Fox Sports West crew. Our producer, Mark Shaw, our director, Doug Freeman. And we saw an amazing, when you see 65 wins, you sat in on a pretty special season, and it continues for the Lakers as Gasol is fouled. He's going to the free throw line with 52.1 to play. Make your free throws and it's over, of course, in a 9-point game.
Hack a foul. They just fouled the first person they got the ball, and it happened to be Pau Gasol, so he'll shoot 2 more. Lakers up by 9. As long as you're knocking down your free throws, there's no problem.
You've been on some amazing and incredible rides with this team. This was a lot of fun this season for us to watch them go 65-17 with the second best record in the NBA.
It really was a lot of fun to see this team develop as it did from basically last season on.
And now to the point where they're one of the deepest teams in the NBA, and it should be that way for a number of years. As Korver off the lip of the rim, pick up on the ball.
Tried to foul Derek, he missed.
Trevor Ariza bring it back down. So they won't foul. I can't believe they foul, and they will. Darren Williams will with 31.3 to play. 10-point game. So the Lakers, it is safe. It is finally safe. They're on their way to round number 2 and a matchup with either the Houston Rockets, who lead 3-1, or the Portland Trailblazers.
Again, sure, it's a good win, and all wins are good. It shouldn't have been this difficult. They had themselves a situation where they could have rested their starters and just had a nice little blowout here. But as they often do, they don't want the fans to leave early. They want you to get your money's worth.
Traffic.
So they make it close.
Fish gets 1 of 2. And a timeout now by Phil Johnson. It'll be a full by the Jazz. The final 31.3 seconds of their season.
Well, what are they going to talk about in this huddle? Setting up a play for next year? Running something to see what they can do for next season as they trail by 11.
It's always an adventure, and we've said it before with this team. Nothing seems to come all that easy, as they led by as many as 22 tonight. It was 20 with 8.5 to play. And up next, will it be the Houston Rockets? The Lakers swept the season series with the Rockets and Portland Trailblazers. That's a different story. Young, athletic team, not obviously a very good matchup for them when they go up against the Houston Rockets in Yao Ming. But they took 2 from the Lakers this year, both at Portland. The Lakers controlled them and won by double digits at home. But it's not been an easy trip for a long time for the Lakers when they go up into the Northwest. Korver, the 3. It's 102-94. Quick foul. 27.4 to play. So Kyle Korver off the bench with 11. And the Lakers bench also has to pick it up before round number 2 begins.
Better pick it up before tomorrow.
I think the day may be off. But
well, with this performance, I don't know. Phil may punish him and say, you know, guys, I planned on giving you tomorrow off, but
4 for 20.
Some of you better come in.
4 for 20 for the reserves tonight for the Lakers. Derek Fisher puts the Lakers back up 103-94. So they advance. It'll be 4 down, 12 to go for the Lakers. That's some hard-to-believe moments when it got down to 6 with 3 to play. Williams for 3. And Kobe, all he has to do is get across the line. And Lamar, shoved by Okor, slamming it with 11.5 seconds to play. I'm kind of surprised by all these events.
Well, I'm kind of surprised that the Lakers attacked the basket. The shot clock is off. Game is won. If they're going to foul you as you're dribbling in it, that's one thing. But if you're attacking the rim, then that kind of surprised me as well. So Lamar tries to complete the three-point play and see if the Lakers can go up. 107-94.
They are singing at Staples Center, and with good reason. Western Conference semifinals are up next for the Lakers this weekend, as Lamar can't convert on the three-point play. Ronnie Price. And he's fouled by Derek Fisher, then gets a technical as he got into Fisher's face. This is, by the way, there's some carryover. You want to remember that first matchup next season between the Lakers and the Utah Jazz. They weren't happy, as you mentioned, with the Lakers going to the rim the last time. Tacos are safe, though. So Fish with the challenge, and then the verbal challenge real quickly from Price.
Now you have to wonder if a lot of that chippiness right there was a result of Lamar going to the basket. You just don't know.
And those two, remember, just a little while ago, and I think it was with a little more than a minute to play, Ronnie Price made a run on the left baseline right into Derek Fisher. It was going to be a charge or a block, and it didn't even produce a whistle. And it was a serious collision.
Ronnie Price, with only, less 5.9 seconds, you don't want to get tossed. Come on, Ronnie, just let it go out. Let it go, man, let it go.
Utah Valley State in his fourth season. He gets the first of two. And he was the reason, along with Millsap, that it started to turn around for the Utah Jazz. He was out there at the start of the fourth for Darren Williams. So the Lakers can get it in. They don't even have to take it across the line. It's over. On to the Western Conference semifinals as the Lakers eliminate the Utah Jazz in 5. So 4 down, 12 to go. And who's it going to be? Houston or Portland? It was a battle.
It was a battle. It was a little bit more of a struggle in the fourth quarter than we expected. But the bottom line still becomes the Lakers prevailed. They win the series 4-1. Now they can relax for a few days to wait to see who their next opponent may be.
And I like this, and I truly appreciate this, because these guys are banging against each other. And the Utah Jazz, that's what they do. They try to grind with you downstairs. But the sportsmanship always displayed. There's not many guys in this elite company of the NBA, and they get together and they appreciate everybody.
They're not any bad guys on that team over there. I mean, they're not a team that just tries to beat you up all the time. That's just the way they play the Jerry Sloan system.
It was the starting 5, though, tonight. Not much from the bench. Bench helped out defensively. Offensively, the first 5. A couple of guys in particular like Lamar Odom and Kobe Bryant. So the Lakers advance 107-96, and we head downstairs now to Patrick O'Neal. Patrick?
All right, Joel, Stu, thanks very much. Great job all year by you guys once again. With Lamar Odom, who was pretty outstanding as well, 26 and 15. Not sure what got into Ronnie Price at the end of the game. Wasn't happy that you took it to the rack, huh?
Nah, I mean, they're fouling hard. I'm not going to stop playing. I respect the team. I respect the game. I'm not going to try to embarrass anybody. But, some of our problem is that we haven't kept playing.
Bottom line is,
rushing.
Sorry to interrupt, but bottom line, you guys advanced, Lamar. But what were you thinking when that lead got cut from 22 to 6?
We just got to get it back. It happens. Those guys, we playing a long stretch of minutes, and the guys are sitting. Then they got to play a long stretch of minutes, and sometimes the game goes topsy-turvy. But, it don't matter, just win.
Is this one of those things where teams make runs in the NBA, or is this something that we're going to have to talk about until your next opponent?
And they're gonna make runs, and it's our job to, try to hold them off as long as possible and win the game. That's the most important.
Last one. Utah was a tough number 8 seed. Probably deserved better, but that's where they ended up. For you guys to beat them in 5 games, are you happy with that effort? What does it say about your team?
Houston's going to be tough. We expect them to play tough. We're looking forward to playing against them. Great defensive team, great system. And, it doesn't really matter who we play. I hope it goes 7 games and 10 overtime. Hope they break the record for games and minutes played.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, outstanding effort tonight. Get some rest, and you have some time off.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Lamar Odom, tremendous game, 26 and 15. Kobe Bryant, of course, did his thing. Joel and Stu talking about how the bench has to step up. But for now, they don't have to worry about it because they beat the Utah Jazz. Is that Kobe? Thanks, Kobe. My hair, not even out of place. Kobe Bryant and the Lakers handle the Utah Jazz. Here's what we have for you coming up on Lakers Live. Bill McDonald, Rick Fox, Norm Nixon. Don't go anywhere, because this is where you get all your Lakers info. Press conference with Phil. Look ahead to the next opponent. Talk about why the Lakers are giving up leads. Doesn't matter now, though. Stick around. Plenty more Lakers Live right after this.